Hey friends, and welcome back. So today is bank day for us. So that means we're going to be stuffing our cash envelopes, which I'm so excited to get back to utilizing cash versus always swiping our bank card. I mentioned to you guys in the October budget video that we have not been doing as great with utilizing cash, and honestly just being really lazy and not carving out the time to get over to the bank to pull out the cash and then to, of course, stuff our envelopes, etc., etc., etc. But anyways, I'm getting back on track because I've been spending way too much money, and that's just not okay. So I pulled out all of my cash from the bank envelope, and I have my little ransom note here. I like to write these little notes out to the teller and slide it on over to them. I just find it to be the funniest thing ever, especially if you get a new teller, they're not quite sure of what may be going on. They may, first initial thought may be that you're trying to rob them or something like that. Anyways, I just simply write out the denomination of bills that I need so that they give me exactly what I need for each envelope, pretty much. Now, for anyone that may be new here, hi and welcome. Just a quick overview. We are a family of 6, 7 when you include Lil the Pug. We utilize cash envelopes in our basic category spending. So for our groceries, auto gas, nails, hair, pet care, family fund money, our personal blow money, things of that nature, we utilize cash in those categories versus swiping our bank debit card. For us, it just seems to work better. Now, I don't actually go into a lot of detail with tracking the cash within those particular envelopes, if you will. So once I already budget and I divvy up and say, okay, this month we're going to spend, let's say $500 for groceries, then it is what it is. We're spending $500 for groceries. That is our budget. Whether I buy $500 worth of chicken, $500 worth of steak, whatever, I don't really get into the specifics with breaking it down in that category. I just make sure I'm sticking with a $500 budget, if that is in fact our budget. Same thing goes for our personal blow money. Me and my husband get a certain amount every 2 weeks, and it varies just depending on what we got going on and what we need, etc., etc. So anyways, I don't break down and say, okay, well, my $40 is spent on this, and this. If I choose to go to McDonald's every day and get a Coke and a fry, which I may or may not do, then I spent $40 for the month on a Coke and fry. It is what it is. So anyways, moving on. Our cash envelopes are kept inside of our budget binder. This binder here, I have a overview, a walkthrough of this binder. I'll leave it linked at the end of this video as well as in the description box for you if you want to check that out. But it pretty much holds everything related to everyday finances for our family. So what I do, or what I have done, is I just use these pencil pouches. I love these. I get them from the dollar stores. They're fabric, little mesh top here, so it's see-through, and they have a zipper on it, so it works perfectly. All I've done is pretty much just took a little tag, covered with tape so that way it stays on there better, and I labeled it for what it is. So kids payroll, hair and nails, Lola's, auto gas, and then groceries, and then a debt envelope. Sometimes we get cash for different hustles or what have you, so I will put that towards debts, and it goes in that envelope there. Anyways, again, I have a video walkthrough of all of this, so you can definitely check that out, and I'll leave that video link for you. Now, this week, or cash envelopes for the next 2 weeks, I'm not doing anything for the kids' payroll. They have quite a bit of money in here, so yeah, I'm not doing anything for their payroll, and honestly, they have not, well, the 2 oldest have not gotten paid. If you follow me on Instagram, then you see my post a couple weeks ago that I went on strike as well as the rest of the family. So the 2 older kids, the teens, were responsible for doing all the work, and they were not getting paid for it. But anyways, moving on. So nothing's going into there. Hair and nails, I believe we still have $140, so nothing's going in there. And also what I do is these check registries that we get from the bank for free. I use these to record money that goes in as well as money that goes out of this of each envelope. Again, I don't get precise with tracking and saying, okay, we're spending too much on nails or something like that. This is more so for me to keep up with how much we have in there, but also to keep up with, so for instance, we go to the same nail salon, me and the girls, so if their prices goes up, when I'm recording in here, I can see that, oh, wait a minute, last time I got my nails and, you know, pedicure and manicure done, I spent, let's say 60, and this time I spent 70. They must have went up by $10, or maybe I gave a tip, etc. So it just kind of, it's a way for me to gauge if prices at a particular place when it comes to hair and nails is increasing, so on and so forth. Same thing is true for Lola. So this here is covering her food for the month, as well as her grooming. So if her food starts to go up, then I'm able to see that, because I don't keep the receipts for that. I don't need to. But by being able to see that, okay, I spent $20 on a bag of food, you know, last month, and then this month it's going to cost me $30, and that lets me know that they must have went up in price, or whatever the case might be. But it's just a way for me to be able to track that and to see that. So anyways, Lola is getting $50 this week, and as I always say, Lola sometimes ends up with more money than everybody. Like, seriously, she be balling out of control. So all I do, again, is just write it down in here, the date that it's going in and how much it is, and then I just put the balance in, and that's pretty much it for that. And again, I like utilizing the pencil pouches. It's just, I don't know, it just works. Instead of having actual envelopes, the pencil pouches just seems to work a whole lot better. Alright, so next up is auto gas, and I'm going to be putting $300 in there. And that should hopefully last us for the next 2 weeks, which will probably end up being a little bit more than what we actually need, just because we are going to be going out of town, and I actually budgeted out for gas and all that stuff for the weekend that we'll be traveling out of town. And that particular weekend, as I mentioned in the October monthly budget, that particular weekend, my truck, we're going to actually put in the shop because it needs to get repaired. I think it has a little, not that I think, I know it has a small oil leak. So that's going to get repaired. So the weekend that we go out of town, I'm going to actually rent a small vehicle. So that vehicle won't need as much gas as my truck would take for us to be traveling back out of town. So anyways, $300 is what's going into gas, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So with that, I really doubt that we will use all $300. So we should have some left for by the time we get to the next payday, pretty much is what I'm saying. Okay, so for groceries, I'm not putting any money into groceries for these 2 weeks. I have money on Ibotta. I have $25 on Ibotta, $25 on Checkout 51, so I'm going to be cashing those out. Then I also have a lot of points on Fetch Rewards, so I'll do gift cards to Walmart towards the end of the month to cover groceries there. Now, we don't need anything for our freezer. We're stocked with meat. Our pantry is stocked. So our groceries will really just more consist of fresh produce, milk, you know, salad, fruit, and all that stuff there. And then if I find any really good deals, sales, clearance, foods, and stuff like that, I'll go ahead and, you know, splurge and pick up some of those items. But again, $50 for the next 2 weeks, we should be good to go on that. And that'll be pretty much it. So that's all of the envelopes. Now I have $200 left over. Well, let me rephrase that. I have $200 still in my hand. This is actually going to be going to the hubby for him to get his glasses. He's going to be getting glasses, safety glasses that he needs for work. So I'm just going to hand him that. And whenever he gets a chance to go by there, he can get his glasses pretty much. That's how that's going to roll. So yeah, so he's going to be doing that. That's one of the things that we are cash flowing this month is glasses for him, safety glasses, and which is being cash flowed out front, but we're actually going to get it back because his job will reimburse him up to $200, like 100% reimbursement. Why I don't know. Anyways, that's how they're doing it. So he's going to get that to go and take care of that. And then we have $40 for his pocket money as well. I'm not taking out any pocket money for myself. I have a gift card to Starbucks, so if I get the itch for coffee out, I can use that. And then I do have still $20 cash in my pocket that I had from cashing out of Ibotta a couple weeks ago. So I really don't need anything pretty much, so we'll leave it at that. And then couponing money, I'm going to use, I'll probably end up using that $20 that I have in my pocket for couponing. I haven't been couponing as much here and there, and really just straight freebies. But I not that I need to, but I want to get back into the swing of things with couponing. So anyways, that $20, I'll probably use that to start up my capital back at CVS because I need some extra bucks. Anyways, this $40 here is going to be family night. We are going to the high school football game for the homecoming game. So this 40 bucks will cover the tickets for everyone except Jalen. He's paying for his own tickets. His brother man has a job. And this will also cover concession for me and the hubby. Really me, because, you know, you can't go to a football game and not get football nachos, right? So really for me. And then all the other kiddos will, if they want something from a concession stand, they will have their own money from their allowance that they can utilize to get that pretty much. So that is that. This is going to go into my wallet. Then I'm going to hand hubby his monies when he gets home, and that will be that for cash envelopes for the next 2 weeks. So as always, guys, thank you so very much for hopping on and joining me. If you have any questions in regards to cash envelopes, getting started with cash envelopes, all that stuff there, definitely leave that in the comments below. Definitely let me know, guys, how has your budgeting been going? I know for me, as I have mentioned before, it has just been non-existent, but I know better, so I shall do better. With all that being said, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, guys, bye!